right, man, let's do this. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Slayer back here again with another video. I'm a recovering alcoholic. Tomorrow we'll make 1 week sober, and I make these videos not only to help myself stay sober, but also to help you guys out there stay sober as well. As many of you guys know, and if you didn't, I relapsed. I had a really, really bad relapse. It wasn't good at all, guys. It ended with me laying in my bed, just drinking 750 milliliter bottles of whiskey. I mean, literally just suicidal drinking. Absolutely. I mean, that's what it is, man. When I fall back into a relapse, it seems like I fall harder and harder and harder every single time that I relapse. It gets worse and worse and worse. I'm actually very shocked how well that I've done with the withdrawals this time around. Usually I'd be in the hospital right now. I'm highly, highly shocked. I mean, I ended up in the hospital, but usually I would have stayed in the hospital is what I mean, because my withdrawals would have been that bad. So I'm really lucky, and I have to, I guess thank God for that, and to be out and to be able to talk to you guys on the camera again, and not to be dead, because that's the way that I was drinking, and that's the way that I drink when I fall into a relapse, guys. Why did I relapse? That's the main point of this video. And I wanted to give it a little bit of time before I made this, because I wanted to kind of analyze it a bit. Before I talked about it, I didn't want to just come out the next day and be like, well, this is why I relapsed, And there might be a couple parts to this video, maybe 3 parts to this video. This might be a longer type of video, because it might get a little bit deep. I haven't necessarily been looking forward to making this video, guys. And also, before we get started, some person said, like, oh man, that was probably an old clip, like, of you laying in the hospital. You probably weren't even in the hospital. You can see right here. You can see right there. That's where they put the IV all in me. And I have another one, like, right here on my arm up here. So I definitely was in the hospital, and you can see it in my face too. Somebody pointed out that my face looked bloated. It's definitely bloated. Definitely is, man. When you drink that amount of liquor, your face is gonna bloat. It's just, that's what's gonna happen, man. Anyways, guys, I guess let's get into this video. And keep in mind, like I said, it's only been 6 days. I'm still going through withdrawal. Probably in the next couple days, I'll start to feel like myself again. So if I'm kind of all over the place, if I'm slow, anything like that, I apologize, guys. I'm sorry about that. But I actually wrote down a list here of the different reasons why I believe that I relapsed, and I wrote them actually on I kind of did this on purpose, guys. Oh man, look at that. But I did this on purpose. I wrote them on one of my documents or pieces of paper from the last time that I was in a detox facility, and I thought that I could read it to you guys before I get started. This is what it says. This blank-year-old male presents to the blank by himself. He was called in by the blank alcohol detox center. He reportedly has had a 6-pack of beer today. That was definitely true. I remember I slammed a 6-pack of beer before I went into this detox facility, of course. I'm sure most of you guys who've been into a detox place, who willingly went in, you guys probably drank a lot before you went in. So yeah, of course. Last drink was about an hour ago, probably less, let's be honest. He reports that he normally has 12 shots of Southern Comfort a day. And those are the doubles, by the way. He states he had a drinking problem for about 7 years, and it has worsened after a breakup. That's definitely true. He states his withdrawal symptoms are tremors, light sensitivity, and overall feeling of malice. He denies history of seizures, and that's true. I have not had any seizures, thank God. I'm lucky for that. He reports he was hospitalized recently. I was, shortly before this. I've been to the hospital, guys, it's embarrassing. It really is. I have the nurses know who I am at this point. That's how many times I've been in the hospital. It's like I've said before, guys, this is life or death for me. Look at how red I look. That's from the drinking too, I'm sure. Yeah, he was hospitalized recently, but left after 2 days, then started to withdraw within 18 hours. I did, and that's why I said I'm surprised that I've made it through this time. So started drinking again. He reports initially started drinking due to his anxiety and depression, and that is true. And now he is dependent. He states that he smokes marijuana 3 times a week, and at that time period that's true, but denies any other drug use. He currently denies any suicidal thoughts, plans, or intent. Blah, 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 blah. You guys get the point. He reports he did fall yesterday, but he did not hit his head. This was November 28th, 2023. That's when this was, guys. So that was the last time that I was in a detox facility. And just like that, there I was right back in the hospital, last weekend. It's just absolutely insane, man. Discharge problem list: acute lactic acidosis, alcohol use disorder, severe dependence, alcohol withdrawal syndrome, anxiety disorder, chronic, chest pain on breathing, elevated liver enzymes, hyponatremia, mild cannabis use disorder, severe alcohol use disorder. That's what was going on with me this time, man, or that time. So yeah, I've been going through this for a long time, and that was the last time that I was in a detox, and I came very close to putting myself into a detox facility again this time around, but I decided not to. So let's just go ahead and get into why I think I relapsed, guys. The first reason that I thought to myself is that I lost sight. I lost sight of the goal. I wasn't paying enough attention to what my mission was. And my mission has been in all of this is to get myself sober, to have a normal life, to get back to where I used to be, which, to be honest, guys, I was thinking about it. The moment that, I smoked weed, and the moment that I drank alcohol for the first time, it changed my life, guys. It really did. And I don't think that my life is ever going to be the same again. Even if I never do another drug, even if I never drink alcohol ever again, my life will never be the same ever again. And I've kind of come to have to accept that. But yeah, just losing sight of why I'm trying to stay sober, why I'm doing all of this. And there's so many reasons for that, Another reason that I put down is that I left my program. I was in an IOP program. I talked about that. That's intensive outpatient. I went into depth multiple times in some of my past videos about my IOP program that I was in. And it was really helping me. And I don't know, I thought that I had it under control. This is what we think, guys, as drug addicts and alcoholics. We always think that we know best. We always think that we got it under control. We got it, nobody's got to worry, we got it on our own. And I ended up leaving the program. And I didn't tell you guys about that. I just thought that I was fine. I don't need this program anymore. And I ended up leaving it. That was a mistake. I should have stayed in the program and finished it. There was a lot of good people at that program, and I just, as per usual, guys, this is what I do with stuff. When I leave something or I quit something, I just leave, and they just never hear from me again. It's so irresponsible. It's like I just quit and I just never show up again. I mean, there's a level of shame about it. There's different reasons, but they just never hear from me ever again. I should have never left the program, guys, and I'm getting into a new program that's actually going to be even more intensive. But at the end of the day, you can be in a million different programs, like I've said, guys. You can be in a million different AA meetings. You need to want it. You need to keep sight of it. And that's why another thing that I put is that I let my guard down. And I put that I will always need to keep my guard up. This is something that I'm always going to have to watch out for. Because the second that I let my guard down, that little voice, that little devil is right there on my shoulder. And once he convinces me, there's like a line, man. There's like a line for me, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this. there's like a line of like my, I don't even know what you would call it. Like, okay, I'm sober over here, and here's me just being a complete drunk. And here's this line. And when I'm over here and I'm in sober mindset, I stay in sober mindset. And this freaking evil, dark, relapse side of me is constantly coming and trying to attack the sober side of me. And if I just once let that thought give in just enough, and it convinces me and wraps a hold of me, it's over. Once my brain is convinced that I'm going to relapse, there's not a person on this earth except for God that's going to stop me. I'm off. I'm going to the gas station. I'm going to go relapse. And that's why it's so critical for me to remember that I must keep my guard up at all times, guys. I must. I can't. I need to keep my guard up. This is life or death, guys. Like, because when I fall into a relapse, that's how I drink. I drink until the point that I'm hospitalized. I drink until the point that I'm in a detox facility. I drink until the point that I'm arrested. And I'm going to quote Delirium Dirk right now. And those are all three if I'm lucky. Because I could end up dead. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Delirium Dirk said. And it's stuck out with me, man. It really has. Like, when I start to drink, there is no stopping me. My first video on this channel ever, go back and watch it, guys. My first video ever was why one drink is too many for an alcoholic. And that is advice that I need to keep with myself on a daily basis. That is the first video I ever made on this channel. It's because once I have my first drink, once that alcohol touches my lips, I jump head first off of that cliff right into the alcohol flood, just pool, ocean, and I swim in it, and I drown in it, and I literally almost drown to death in it, unless I can, somebody pulls me out of it, or unless I have enough courage to get my ass up and get to a hospital or a detox, or I get arrested, something happens. I can't do it, man. I'll never be able to drink normally. I can't. I've been drinking for years. I just can't drink normally. It's never going to be the case for me, man. Never. Now, here's my next one. Not making God another one, not making God my purpose. I've said before, man, I'm never going to be the person who judges anybody for what they believe. You believe in what you believe in, I believe in what I believe in, and we can still be friends. That's completely okay. But I try to have a relationship with God. I try to follow the Bible. I try to follow Jesus's teachings and all that type of stuff. And I lost sight of that. I just fell out of praying. I fell out, and again, maybe praying doesn't do anything for, you, but for me, it does help me when I pray and stuff, and I stopped praying. I stopped reading my Bible. I just lost sight of God. And whenever in the past that I've lost sight of God, man, I get evil. I don't get like, super evil, but it's like I start to, it's like that devil starts to come and try and hang out with me. He comes and tries to sit with me, and I don't want him anywhere near me. Another reason that I think that I relapsed, guys, this is one of the biggest reasons that I relapsed. And maybe I should have said this reason first, because we're already almost 15 minutes into this video, and I might end up redoing this video. I don't know. This is something that I've held back from telling you guys just because there's a level of, I don't know, embarrassment to it, I guess. A lot of anger, tragedy involved with this, but I've told you guys about me and my ex, and I brought up in my last video that I know a ginormous reason why I relapsed this time. One of the biggest reasons, and it has been one of the biggest reasons that I've relapsed. And again, this is my choice. It's not, nobody held a gun to my head, but like, if I had to say a reason, like, it's because I haven't let that stuff go. And I told you guys that she left and she got with somebody that was very close to me. And I never have told you guys who that individual was. Well, I thought that I could share, with you guys who that individual is and why I think that it's been so hard for me to let it go. On top of it being, me being left because of my disease that I have. That individual was my brother. That's who she left and got with and is still with to this day. Was my brother. My blood brother that I grew up with my entire life. Yup. I haven't talked to him in like 2 years, I think now. I haven't spoken to my brother. I got out of my first rehab center and he was the individual that I found out was with her. He completely threw me away. He has completely thrown me away. He chose somebody, my ex-girlfriend, who I was with for almost 5 years. Let me just remind you guys. He has ran away with her and is still with her to this day. I know a lot of you guys are probably shocked. A lot of you guys, maybe some of you guys guessed that. I have no idea. It's interesting, guys. I was in a counseling, it was like a what do you call that? Like an analysis for when they like screen you. They like ask you a bunch of questions when you're trying to get into like a new program. I can't remember exactly what evaluation. That's what it's called. I was in an evaluation yesterday with this guy or the other day, a couple days ago, and I told him about that situation and about what has happened. And this dude was super professional. He's a counselor. He's super deep, super in the conversation. Didn't say one curse word. When I told him that, he looked up at me and he dropped his piece of paper and he was like, "Man, that's fucked up." That's what he said. And isn't he right? It is fucked up. And it has done beyond mental damage to me. I've mentioned before that I was homeschooled most of my life, and so was a lot of my family. Me and my brother, who went and got with my ex, we grew up in the same room with each other for 17 and a half years. We lived in the same room together. We weren't just brothers, man. I would say that we were like connected by the hip. This is who did this to me. And then on top of it, my ex-girlfriend did this to me. So it wasn't just that I was being betrayed by my ex-girlfriend. I was also being betrayed by my own brother. And I've had to just live with it. And it messes with me. It eats at me. There's days where I want to go and I just want to find him and I just want to wring his neck and just tell him, "How could you ever do this to me? I'm your brother. How could you ever do this to me?" But he doesn't care. I really had to come to the realization that my own brother doesn't care about me. And before anybody jumps into the comments, "Oh no, I'm sure he does," he doesn't give a shit about me. Pardon my language. He doesn't care about me. And neither does she. And that's why it's so critical. But how am I just supposed to, forget about my brother that I've known my entire life? And every single time that I think that I'm going to forget and I'm going to, move on from her, then he pops in my head. And then every single time that I think that I'm going to get and move on from him, she pops in my head. It's a deluded, twisted mind fuck. Again, pardon my language. Just being honest with you guys. I'm sorry. I shouldn't curse. I really try not to curse. But the situation it's almost killed me, man. And it's gotten to the point now that I don't really talk to anybody about it. I don't really want to talk to a counselor about it. My family, they don't like to talk about it because they're disturbed about the entire situation. Like, I just keep it in just to myself. and it's disturbing, and it messes with me, and it's something that I've been working on very desperately for the last 6 months, because I had 4 months of sobriety. For the last 6 months, I would say I've been desperately trying to just move on and let it go, and let them go live their life, and just come to the conclusion that it is what it is. You know, I was going through some Bible stuff the other day, guys, and I was just, you know, you can press different things that it says on, like, if you Google something, and one of the things that I saw it say was, what is the summary of the story of Jacob in the Bible? And I know the story of Jacob and stuff, and Esau, and, you know, it's an in-depth story. You'd have to read it, but, like, I pressed on it, and this is what it said real quick, guys. Jacob, the child of Isaac, was born as a twin with his brother Esau. And even though me and my brother are not twins, we are extremely close in age. As close as you could be in age with a brother, me and him are. Just to throw that out there. So yeah, twin with his brother Esau. As an unborn infant, he wrestled in the womb with his brother. And it was a conflict that would define the course of his life. And sometimes that's how I feel with this situation. I feel like this situation could easily define the course of the rest of my life if I let it. You know, I usually don't ask for prayers and stuff, guys. I usually don't ask for that type of stuff, because I know that you guys are good people. I know you guys are praying for me, but if you could please send a prayer of forgiveness for me, to just be able to forgive that situation and move on. You know, not forget it, because I'll never be able to forget it. How could I? It's ripped a piece of my soul out. And there's days that I feel like I'm never going to get my soul back after this. But I know that we can get through anything, man. We can get through anything. You guys lifted me up. And I just asked for a prayer of just for me to be able to forgive that situation and move on. For my own health. For my own benefit. It's like I said, guys, I don't want to die. I want to live. You know, life is beautiful. Life is a gift. And I feel like somewhere deep inside of my heart, every single thing happens for a reason. So I've just got to believe that there is a higher reason behind all this, because there's got to be, man. There's got to be. There really has to be. So now, moving on from that reason, which honestly was probably the biggest reason why I relapsed, and I think one of the main reasons I waited to say it deeper inside of the video is because I just wanted my real friends on this channel to hear that, because some people just press and they listen to 2 minutes of it and then they press off the video and they don't even care. So for the people that are still listening, I love you guys. You know who you are. You're my family. I love you guys. You know, I love you guys. I really do. So moving on from that, just the insanity, you know, pure insanity. Every single time that any of us relapse is pure and utter insanity. Alcoholism is pure and utter insanity altogether. But when we know where it's going to end us up, when we know, because I knew, it's not like I'm stupid, it's not like you're stupid, we're not dumb people. I knew where this relapse was going to end me up, but we do it anyways. That's insane. That's insanity. Thinking that this is going to be different this time. It's going to be different. It's going to be different this time. I swear it's going to be different this time. It never is. That's absolute bonkers. Just being honest, man. Again, that's why you have to keep your guard up. And my last two things was, it was by choice. Everything that we do in this life, we have a choice. For the most part, you have a choice. Especially when it comes to drinking. Like I said, nobody took a gun and held it up to my head and said, Slayer, you must drink. Nobody did that. I drank it myself, you know what I mean? So it was my choice. And the last reason was, like, why would I jump back into that insanity when I know that it could kill me? I really don't even know, guys. And I think a lot of you guys could agree with me. Have you guys ever had those relapses where you just look back and you're like, I don't even know why the fuck I even relapsed? I have no idea why I even drank. Everything was going good in my life. I just want to, you know what I mean? I know you guys can agree with this and I'm sure relate. I self-sabotage all the time. I set up things in my life to just mess myself up. And if I'm not cautious about that, I will 100% self-sabotage myself into a relapse and into destruction. It's just, it's our nature, man. That's who we are. But it's a mystery sometimes, man. It's like, why did we relapse? I don't know, you know? And the last thing that I want to say is that this time, man, you know, I've read every single one of your guys' comments. As you guys know, I replied to every single one of your guys' comments. And I love and appreciate every single one of you guys out there, man. I'm going to step my game up harder. I'm going to come at this thing, you know what, not twice as hard, but 5 times as hard. I'm going after sobriety this time. Will I ever drink again? I don't know. I can't say that for sure, guys. I just can't. But I'm going to do everything in my power this go around not to. I'm not going to allow any of these things on this list that I just wrote. Holy shit. My bad, guys. What the something just blow up? What's going on, man? That's the explosiveness of this video, guys. Damn, something just blew up. I don't know what's going on. What the hell? Firework? 4th of July ain't that close, man. What's going on, man? Anyways, but yeah, man, I'm going to be coming at this thing, you know, with everything that I got this time, and I'm not going to let it take me down. I mean, again, will I drink? I can't say 100% or not, but I am going to correct, I'm going to do my best to correct every single thing on this list. I'm going to keep hope, and I'm going to keep moving forward, man. I actually have a lot of fire underneath me right now to just, I want sobriety. I want it. And that is how you get sober. You need to want it. And I want it. This relapse, it's like I've said in past videos, I almost feel like every relapse in a way is meant to be. But it's dangerous saying that at the same time. But I almost feel like for some people it is to get them to wake up. And I feel like this relapse, it just showed me, it's like, you know, I went that time with it and I came back and visited and it just showed me, it's like, yeah, it's exactly the same. Been 4 months, nothing has changed. It's exactly the same for you. I'll never be able to do it. And yeah, man, I think that that's why I relapsed, and I'm going to do my best, and I am going to do my best. I've already, you know, I'm bouncing back already, and I look forward to the future with you guys, man. I look forward to kicking this thing's ass. We're in this thing together, you know. I'm going to, you know, keep up with the prayer, keep up with the, you know, keep up with the YouTube channel, keep up with the positive stuff, you know, go to my group, go to AA meetings. I have a Bible study that I go to on Mondays. Just stay positive and look at the positives of life, because life really is so much more beautiful away from the bottle. And now that I've had that length of sobriety, I can really see that it's not worth drinking. And I feel bad for anybody who is in active drinking right now. There's nothing to miss out. You know, I've in the past, I've gotten so upset, like when somebody else has relapsed, like, oh man, I'm so jealous that they relapsed. It's like, we shouldn't be jealous, man. We should pray for them, and we should hope that they get better, and in a way feel sorry for them, because it's hell on earth when you relapse. There's nothing there but just death. You know, there's just nothing there for you. There's just nothing there for you at all. So yeah, man, I think those are the reasons why I believe this go around where I went wrong. I let those things get the best of me. I fell short on multiple things, and I think that that's where I went wrong. This go around, I know what to correct. I might make a part 2 of this video just to, like, in a couple weeks, because I think I'm gonna analyze even more stuff in a couple weeks from now that I didn't realize. This is you really have to take a step back to get sobriety and really look at it and analyze yourself and look at everything in order to do it. I've heard that from you guys, and I'm gonna take all your guys' advice. You guys have amazing, beautiful advice. I actually wrote some names down right here, and don't feel bad if your name isn't written down. I literally was in a rush to get out of the house to do this video. I was planning on writing every single person's name down that commented on the video of me in the hospital and shout you guys out, but I just didn't have the time. So maybe in the next video I will, but these are the people's names that I saw and that I had the time to write down. So just real quick, man, shout out to my homie, That One Gamer 25. You know who you are. You watch all my videos, you comment, man. Shout out to you. After Hours Cinema 782, that's my homie. Luke Brown 7340. You know, man, there's nothing to say, man. If you don't know who Luke is, you must be new. If you don't know who Luke is, you must be new to the channel, man. Luke is awesome. Shout out to you, Luke. It's Complicated Watches. I always see you showing love. Shout out to you, man. Liz Pendants, man, shout out to you. Amanda Flaherty, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if that was wrong. 7528, you know who you are. You are always showing me so much love. I appreciate you. You are very sweet and kind. Hulk Dad 43, shout out to you, my friend. Popcorn Boxing 369, he's always in the comments, or she, I'm not 100% sure. I Love an Alcoholic, she's been here since the beginning. You really have. Much love and shout out to you. Micro 866, you, another person who you're just such a sweet person. Like, why are you guys so nice? How did you guys get so damn nice? I don't get it. Shades of Clarity, what, my man, you know, Shades of Clarity, we both got the shades on. You know who you are, man. If you guys don't know who Shades of Clarity is, go check him out. He's doing his own YouTube stuff. Angela Mincer 6446, shout out to you. Plan C, what's up? What's going on? Seg 6629, what's up, girl? I know who you are. You are very sweet and always very nice in the comments. R Colors, shout out to you, my friend. And the last one before I had to leave because I was in a rush that I had time to write down, so please, I did not specifically choose any of these, is Archangel Josh, which that's my homie too, man. That dude knows what's up. That dude's got some knowledge. I can tell. Me and him, we're very like-minded. We're all like-minded on this channel, man. We're all friends. But with that, guys, I think I'm gonna leave you. Like I said, I'm going to make another video, Why I Relapsed Part 2, in a couple weeks to give you guys an update, because this is all so fresh and all so new. So I'm so sorry, you know, that I'm sure I left some stuff out. But those are the reasons that I believed that I relapsed, and I'm going to pick my boots up. I'm gonna march forward like a soldier, and this time I'm gonna get 8 months. You know what? And hopefully by 8 months, I'll be like, I'm done with this drinking BS and I don't ever need it again. And I'm just gonna keep moving forward, and we're gonna do it together, because like I've said on this channel, we're a group. So I love you guys. This was a long video. If you made it to the end, hey, what's up, man? I love you. Thank you for watching the entire video. And yeah, man, guys, stay safe, stay sober. Slayer, I am back. I'm getting strong again. I'm back. This relapse ain't gonna stop me. And yeah, man, let's do it. Let's keep moving forward, one day at a time. So stay safe, stay sober. Love you guys. Peace.